Ron Bowman. I've had several bosses over the years, but I have to tell you, by far, you've been the best. You've been the most interesting, the most caring, the most professional person that I can call my boss. And it's been 27 plus years. During that time, you've been a mentor to me, both professionally and personally, and I greatly appreciate it.
You know, the thought even crossed my mind that we ought to have a little bit of a roast, but I have put all of that aside to say the memory part of it, how about TxDOT and the relationship that we worked on for so long to be able to bring back and have intact. And certainly there is the City Hall, and there is our new CVB and our relationship with the EDC over the years. But the things that I remember the most we're standing up and kind of thinking out loud as we look out your window in your office and we start exploring different ideas.
I had my doubts when I first got here, how long I was going to stay. I saw that my then boss, Chief Miller, took care of me, who then had talked to me about Mr. Bowman and everything else, taking care of the employees, and I decided to stay, and I'm glad I did. After 30 years, I've seen the police department grow from that small room in top of the old City Hall to the old library to this new facility that we have here today. That's really, really a gorgeous building, and that's a lot to say because Mr. Bowman, you were part of that.
Would have never taken the job as city manager had it not been for the words of wisdom and the continual support from Ron. For some reason early on he took me under his wing, and he's always been there whenever I needed anything. I can call or text Bowman on the weekend, late at night, whenever it may be.
He and I and our financial advisor would have to go to New York City. I had learned years ago on visits to New York City to use the subway system, but he used a car and driver. I got there first because I was not on the surface and I sort of knew my way around. And they had to admit that I was first. I was standing on the curb when they drove up in the financial district.
Well, my story starts on August the 11th, 1980. That was the day that a young man walked into a government entity, his first day on the job, and probably didn't know at that time that over the next 40 years, that would span 5 decades, 2 millenniums, that young man would be promoted, he would come up through the ranks, he would become well known in the government enterprises in Texas. He would be involved in power supply at the national and state level, run water utilities, electric utilities, wastewater utilities, and become very well known throughout the state. Yes, that was the day that I started at MBU, but enough about me. I'd like to talk about Ron, who also started on the same day, August 11th, 1980. And honestly, everything I just said was really about him.
He always looked to see what Boerne could be or what it should be. And he worked very well with the staff and with the city council. He shared his vision with all of us. He was totally prepared. He presented a sound working plan. Things took time in City Hall to get things done. And Ron was patient with that. It's like 17 years ago, we purchased the property that we're on right now with the library and the brand new City Hall. That was 17 years ago. But he had a vision, and he went ahead and forged that desire in all of us. But he was a very patient man. He was a gentleman who knew how to get things done.
I would really like to thank you for taking a chance in 1985 to give this tall, skinny young man, old man maybe at that time, a chance to work for the city and you. And I think over time it has proved that you and I and others in the city have turned the city, or had it grown into a very, very great place to live. And a lot of that has to do with you and your leadership.
Back in 1989, the best employment decision I ever made in my life was to take a pay cut and leave the city of McAllen Police Department and come to Boerne to be the police chief and work with you. We have both grown through the years. developed a friendship.
Congratulations on your retirement after 40 years of dedicated service to the City of Boerne. On behalf of the Fire Department, we'd like to express a sincere thank you. I will always remember our discussions on current events, fire stations, personnel, and other items that deal with the fire service.
I am always and will continue to be grateful to him for suggesting to the City Council at the appropriate time in the development of our library and its wonderful programming for making it possible for my name to be attached.
You've had a great career. You're going to leave a wonderful legacy behind that will benefit and has benefited not only the citizens of Boerne, but the city managers you've mentored and the Texas Public Power Association. Your leadership and your experience, your ability to bring people together to reach a consensus is going to be missed. However, one place I'm confident that you're not going to be missed is at the golf course. I'm sure you're going to be spending a lot of time there playing golf, so I want you to enjoy your retirement.
I've heard that sometimes I've never played golf before with you, but I think sometimes those clubs may get thrown, so relax. You're in retirement mode and have fun playing golf and enjoying yourself with your family. Take care.
Ron, the thing I admire about you most is that your 40 years in government service, you still maintained a full head of black hair, which I'm very envious of.
I will always remember the friendship that you had not only with myself, but also with the members of the department. So good luck, stay in touch, and congratulations.
The trials and tribulations and perhaps joys of the work, it's not on your back anymore, and you can really sit back and enjoy yourself. I hope you do.
This isn't the end of an era for the City of Boerne, but it is a great beginning for you. Good luck. Life is ahead of you.
Well, Ronnie, it's the beginning of your second chapter, and I'm ready to get started, and I have been ready to get started. I have a full list. We have places to go, we have lots of things to do, family to go and visit and see, a honey-do list. You can't even imagine how long it is. In all seriousness, I'm glad that you are ready to retire, that we can start our second phase of our lives and enjoy every minute of it together. I love you, Ronnie B.